Am I ready? There. Okay. This is good medicine, and I want to say hi to the whole world out there first of all. But today I'm going to talk about why some guys need to be hit. Now, before you run off and tell YouTube that good medicine is advocating violence, give me a chance, listen to me, because some guys seriously need to be hit.
Now, when you say hit,
I
clarify.
mean hit with a fist.
There you go. Okay.
I mean
Gotcha.
hit with a fist. All right. I don't, like I said, I don't advocate violence. I'll give you an example. I had a couple incidents where, I honked at a guy on a busy street one day, and so he pulls in front of me, jumps out, and he wants to fight. Well, he doesn't really need to be hit. There's nothing to fight over there, so what I do, I just simply drive on. He's out in the street looking like an idiot. But there are cases where guys need to be hit. And I'll give you an example. I used to work for St. Louis City EMS ambulance service, and I had a few calls, like example, a couple grown men, early 20s, with a young woman in her early 20s. They pull over the side of the road, young boy, he's 12 years old, selling newspaper, and what do? They physically attack him, beat him up, and take his money, right? And leave him on the side of the street, and we got to come pick him up. Now, these people need to be hit, beating up on children, right? I think so. I had another situation where a man, he was about 9:30 in the morning. We get a call, and he had been hit on the head 4 times with a hammer. And his story was he had heard something that woke him up, and he came downstairs, and there was someone in the house robbing him, and they grabbed the hammer and hit him on the top of the head, and he fell to his knees, and they begged him, just take whatever you want, don't hurt me. And his wife came down, they swatted her away, and then proceeded to him, after he'd given up, to hit him 4 more times on top of the head with a hammer, seriously injuring him. Okay.
Now, in this particular situation, what kind of hit are you talking about?
Okay, I'm talking about physical hit. Okay, they physically hit him on top of the head. Now, what I'm saying is people like that are attacking you need to be hit. Okay.
Well, in that particular situation, I guess it's just me, but I think that at that time, it's a different kind of hit, meaning self-defense.
Well, you may need to, you're talking about shooting people.
Well, I'm talking about defending your life, your family's life, is what I'm talking about.
I agree with you. They're in their house and they're committing physical violence. You may need a different kind of hit on them. But the deal is that some guys, that are going to threaten you, and let's say they're going to attack your family or something like that, these kind of people need to be hit. And the reason I'm making this video is because you hear a lot of people talking about in martial arts training, which I've done a lot of, and boxing and stuff, and they're always saying, "Oh yeah, don't use violence, don't use anything like that," or yeah, to a certain degree. The thing is I'm kind of going against the grain here and saying unleash on some people because they need to be hit. And I'll give you another good example from when I was in an ambulance. There was a young man broke into this old woman's house over in South St. Louis and locked her in a room that was in the middle of the house, and then set about robbing the house and set it on fire as he left. Well, he was an idiot. She had a phone in there and called the police and fire department, came to rescue her. Very brave fire department. But this guy, do you think if that was your mother or your grandmother that you shouldn't hit this guy? Hell yeah, this is the kind of people that need to be hit. Because there's a lot of thugs out there. Someone's attacking you, you need to hit them, okay? Period. All right? Because you need to defend yourself. You have a God-given right to defend yourself. And, I know a lot of people nowadays are carrying guns and stuff. And I don't think that the first response to solve problems is to respond with violence. You obviously try to avoid the confrontation. You try not to, or calm it down or get away from it if you can, like, the guy who jumped out of the car and was yelling at me in the middle of the street. But people that are attacking you or the people that you love, you need to not hold back. They need to be hit, period. A good offense is the best defense sometimes. So, like I said, I'm not advocating violence by any means, but that is what you got to do, is defend yourself. And there's legal ramifications to some of these things, and I think that's why people get into all that stuff. You listen to a lot of people who have not been on the mean streets like me, and you listen to them. I had someone try to carjack me, try to shoot me, and all kinds of people were saying, well, you should have, when you took the gun, you should have shot him twice, you should have shot him 6 times, you should have shot him 1 time, and all this, or you shouldn't have done nothing, or you should have left, and everybody's got what things they're doing. And the bottom line is, when you're really out here on the mean streets fighting for your life, you got to simply do what it takes to survive. You might shoot him twice, you might shoot him 6 times, whatever. The bottom line is, you got seconds to think about it, and you got to make that quick decision. When you're being threatened physically by people, and do what it takes to survive. And the people in the ivory tower, listen, they don't know what the hell they're talking about, because they haven't had to be out here on the mean streets, where, like with me, with people attacking me out here on the streets, people trying to shoot me or whatever. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. Sometimes there's some guys that are a brand of sociopath, psychopath, that doesn't care. They'll hurt you, they'll kill you, and they'll go and sleep better. So, but that's all I got to say. So hopefully you liked the video, and we will see you next time. Thank you. It's good medicine. Bye-bye.